standard za kusema like whether kama unatembea usianze kusema you guy my guy sana like hizo ni vitu za kusema kwa gari.
Makes sense.
So like you guy no check more. Hebu tubanje. Priorities zako ziko wapi? Kwa maisha unajielewa pale upo. Well, welcome to another edition of Tubonge.
Kabisa.
Tunabonga tu. Very down to earth person, just chill, Bible. Kuna vitu mingi, you know, I'm just a chill guy.
Got it. Right.
But yeah, welcome to Tubonge. Right here on Black on Fire, the media of the 21st century. Today we shall be mainly talking about East Africa relations.
Okay.
And the suluhu that is trying to hinder at East Africa the community unity.
Okay.
And everything bad about Tanzania, basically. Yeah, but with me today is an amazing panel. Starting with
Irita Longoria.
yeah,
How are you
and
doing?
In the building.
and then Kuna is eye opening.
Okay.
But yeah, welcome. Feel free to interact with us on our chats everywhere that you can see us. We'll be TikToking, but shout out to TikTok and everything that it entails. I'm actually going to like TikTok, but
We're
no,
doing videos
no,
there. You
no,
should.
never,
Yeah.
never.
I'll make you do that.
Why? Why?
Because it makes a great team.
Why?
Yeah.
Have you? The new Pixar movie is coming out.
But I'll see what we can do.
Women. What's your opinion on the Tanzanian ban of biasharas?
First of all, how are you doing?
I look good, right?
Yes.
I'm doing good too. Yeah.
How is your body?
Yeah.
I am doing great. I'm surrounded by beautiful, magical people in my life.
Wizards.
What a blessing. Yes.
Okay. How are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Uko tu.
Pigana na maisha.
Nana, who's winning so far?
Yezi nishinda.
Yeah.
Of course it's me.
You're winning.
Always.
Stay winning.
Every day.
Yeah. But going back to what I was talking about.
Right. It makes sense when people hear about it. We're having this conversation on my show with Timori, and she
What was
talks
his
about
perspective?
his perspective was the fact that I'll start from this point before we ascend to the main conversation. We're gonna go back to Kenya when the Chinese products that actually Kenyans do. It became like a big chaotic moment. Right? But also, it just means that we are so aware of what's really happening on the ground, but also why we not makes us realize that we are actually making a lot of noise and air quotes in regards to things which are actually making us feel unworthy. Because if it's a normal Kenyan like selling, you know, bananas, actually being programmed into our mind.
It is.
Right.
It is. Because personally, just to distract you, I think I've grown up with the same concept. If you say a white man, like walking, like oh my god, like kwani they are poor. Kwani they are poor wazungus. Like why it's supposed to be having accents.
Right.
and
So
he's stuck.
it's true. So going back to the Tanzanians, we're talking about
Yeah.
small businesses, mostly salons, retail shops, but also the same people are controlling your country, making big decisions about economic, political, struggling.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything about that. Is it
Yeah.
not amazing? Sectors. Why are we not allowed like that? Honestly,
That's
does
a
it
good-
mean also like the Tanzanian president? Why is she actually majoring on these small businesses? They're taking our jobs. I understand people are actually needing those jobs from a very, very good thing that are happening in Tanzania. Yeah.
And remember, Magufuli actually is the one who opened this door that she's actually shutting down. Magufuli welcomed diasporans and literally people back to invest in the country. And personally, being in Tanzania, I've seen Jamaican restaurants, these Nigerian restaurants. There's even Indians in the China to understand, like, what is that push all about? And then you see Kenya also saying, because there's just some beautiful quotes Limona saying, right? Kenya is saying that we need to reciprocate the same energy. We need to kick out all the begging Tanzanian meaning from the word
That
go.
is
So
so
to
true.
kick, I
Yeah.
think it was Monday, we were talking about how, because I was sharing a video of the British group of people talking about how we're not supposed to get reparations back, right? And they're saying of schools, railways, and all that, which is BS. And then Keith was saying that is the problem because African countries, we never practice trading like in any sort of way, and that has been always the problem. Literally, from the word, there's so much we can rely on ourselves. Literally, if we just give an exchange for benefit, but none of that is being practiced. So that's why white people will come do that amongst themselves and make the money, and you're left in that state of zero profit because you didn't even participate in your own game. It is your game, but you're not even in it. You're out of
It's not supposed to be like that. Because first and foremost, mi nilikuwa nadhani in my mind ni foreigners. It doesn't have to include like African nations. And then to find out they've actually made specifics. Like they've made like you can't own. They've given other bigger ones, not only small of stuff. Most of them are small businesses. Kuna zingine. The restaurants wameka in bracket. So restaurants you're allowed to actually have the restaurants as a foreigner. There are specific ones they haven't actually allowed. So I'm thinking in a perspective of first and foremost, this is gonna actually bring, if we say whatever, any tourist, any foreigner, and this I even saw in Tanzania, and I think also is in Kenya, they were saying in the morning. If a foreigner owns a business, nini yenye analipa? What's the name? Tax. It's not the same as the one that a
It's
normal,
higher.
yeah, it's higher, right? First, higher. Number two, can't own businesses. Then meaning other countries are allowed to ban you. But if they ban you, does that bring a positive impact to your country? Because somebody would be mad and say, sasa tusiwalete, Tanzanians can't come and do businesses here. Wakiban, they rather ban even the foreigners. Like, unajua, doing businesses among African countries, that is something that is supposed to actually be allowed. Unaget? And her trying to actually ban other African countries in Gabon, Kenya, like, I feel like it's going to affect a lot of people. And the anger that will be out, it's like a lot of disunity. And they pay like $500,000 for...
$500,000 Tanzanian shillings.
No. For Tanzania, I think it's 10 million. 10 million.
No, that's cheap, you know. Like if it's $500,000 Tanzanian shillings,
Kenyan.
let's go.
No, $250,000 for the Tanzanian.
Yeah,
And
Tanzania.
Kenyan is like 400 for a foreigner. So ukiangalia, I feel like it's going to really affect the business sector so much. It is going to affect the economy. And if other countries really happen, a lot of land grabbing, which is not actually something that is very common. It might be, but it's not a common factor because they've also banned real estate. by the way.
So I can't do real estate in
foreigners.
Tanzania.
You can't.
So I can't own land in Tanzania.
You can't. Like land in communal, it's always been there, the rule.
No, so I
You
can't build a house in Tanzania.
You can't own.
You can lease it.
You can you can't own though.
No, like, so I lease the land,
Yeah.
right? And I want to build a house. So
Hiyo
they'll
biashara ya real estate huwezi fanya.
revolutionary, like good leader. Hadi Kenya wametoa matatu inaitwa Suluhu.
Stop.
Oh yeah. So, but here's the thing.
Is it what? Is it the?
It's a dope one. Like, it's really nice.
Is it for the leader?
Like, she's Jamaican. She
Is
ain't. No, hell no. Does she even have the
Apparently,
character trait?
I was seeing a video today on BBC.
Getting rid of visas for Africans. And Africans right now don't need visas to come to Kenya. You can just get on a plane, pull up, and wagwan, tutakwambia karibu. Because what they're doing is trying to take down these artificial borders that were created by the cats with the small hearts. Right? And this is how you can always know who's a puppet.
Okay.
And she's basically just showing, pulling up and shutting their borders even more to restrict other Africans. You see, once you can say this is exempt to all East African community member countries, or the crab get out of the bucket and escape. When they see the crab trying to escape, they'll pull it back down to make sure we all die.
Right.
Okay, and that's a crab mentality. Because if you're looking at people trying to, why are you making money in my country and my people? Reason your people are not where other African countries are, e.g. Kenya, Nigeria, all these people. From Paliwalikuwa to a higher point. That's why when Kibaki came in, he understood that the Kenya we need to build, we have to offer as many people education as possible. Okay? Because we need to raise their way of thinking so that they can understand why we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when you're coming up with developments but not developing That's why they want Tanzanians that they can get to with your entire family. Me as a Kenyan, I want to go set up a TV in Tanzania. Why? Freedom of freaking press. Okay, freedom of expression.
But do
freedom
they
of
allow that?
right now they said you can't.
Even
Before
they
you
allow
could.
that? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because they actually say
Freedom of expression?
No. They didn't allow come after you and
Yeah.
do that gay thing.
You get it.
Umeona nikienda farther. Yeah, they can Boniface Mwangi you, but did you say the truth? Yes. Exactly. While I'm here,
Can they express themselves?
hey, it's your behind, right? Take the risk, my guy. I will never tell you not to say it, but you know they're not coming for me in my current house, right? Wewe wanaweza kujia hapo kamwe pia huko.
They should be.
Tutakuwa wamechanganyikiwa. But they can come where? Mkocheni, inasema Mkokoteni, Mkocheni, and get you there and go. Yes, but it was your choice to follow my advice, not, you know. So
it's really the inconvenience they've actually made people, because now they're saying if you had an alliance or a permit, that was a pesa hapo, maybe it's a big business and you're planning, oh, in the next 6 months I'm going to actually renew my permit. That's how you can.
So question is,
so it's crazy.
do they does the government,
They have like malls and stuff.
what do the malls have, shops or supermarkets?
Supermarkets.
Zinaitwa? You had a media house.
Right.
Those are assets, those are everything. You had paid for frequency, you had paid for whatever. So what does, let's assume you have like NTV. NTV Uganda. Is there NTV Tanzania?
It's only Wasafi.
You see what I mean?
Kuna TV stations zingine.
No, the Azam and their whole Trinity. What I'm saying is, what's the plan for this business? Your journalists that can invest in
That's
this and
the
this
problem.
and this.
They always don't have a strategy. And I feel like strategy to start from, have at least even 6 months before telling people, hey, you're shutting down your businesses, so you're no longer going to be allowed to operate here. Jipange venye mtajipanga, just like what she mentioned.
Yeah.
Like Namtame did research the other time you were there, of shops. Like literally shops you have to pay 3 months prior or probably 6 months rent before you start up a business there. So nimeanza biashara tu sahi, then you tell me, is there to organize the country? Because sawa, then after this, just like you questioned, what is next? Are you going to buy these businesses? And if so, is this how we go back to the same bullshit of what we've been saying recently? Because nafikiri hapo ndo tunaelekea. As leaders.
My God, I'm thinking about it from this perspective, right? Let's say maybe a Kenyan, akuje Tanzania, maybe an African person, indigenous, right? Akuje set maybe Kampesa, the small businesses they were saying. Because they've not named big businesses.
Yeah.
They've shunned away things like big restaurants, manufacturing company. Unaweza pata hizo zinaoniwa na like very indigenous foreigners. Yeah, non-indigenous foreigners, right? Probably it's the big companies, and that's why they actually left that sector for them. Unajua, and then the small businesses that is owned by your local, like literally foreigners all the way from Africa, and allow like these foreigners, because tukisema hata companies kubwa sidhani hata inaweza kuwa privatization, anaweza privatize, but tujue zinaoniwa na government haina issue nazo. Hizo zimesema hata zikae. If it is a company maybe that is a lot of, goes back to the point of inferiority. Unaget, because sasa unaachia hizi companies kubwa zenye zinaoniwa na wazungu acha zirun in my country, and it's bringing a lot of hypocrisy. Small businesses, unaget, like, because small businesses what why are we not talking about big businesses that have been attacking it from that sector? Sasa akisema anze ku-privatize, basi privatize hizo zenye hizo hizo
Why are you hurting
the
small business people that actually have a direct impact to the business can easily polarize the country against her. They have the money, okay, they have the money to actually oust her out of power. They can polarize the country, and maandamano, so was not even our idea. But if there was people that wanted to put pressure on this regime and started laying seeds, right? Or can, right? Like, if I want to pressure that man, all I have to do is make sure he has really bad advice. It's more of I can control the people around you by telling you who you should be around so that you can get my funding. That's why you saw them ousting a whole deputy president so that they can install a more money.
There. What is your business? Because currently politically you ain't active. Nobody, apart from you claiming you want to vie for a presidential seat, which you are actually
He went to appease
not
the powers that got him out.
you're not supposed to, you can't even vie for that presidential seat according to the diasporans. Kenyans, goofy Kenyan diasporas are calling Rigiji to come and have a conversation with them.
So let me put it
Which
like this.
group? Organized by who?
This man
That is true.
getting into power, okay? Because he didn't even run on a big business ticket. Get what I mean?
Yeah.
So when those businesses started losing out money, what's the best way? And I'm not talking about Atio, Kaduka Pale, like there's big money moving out. People that come to this country and call themselves investors into the Kenyan economy. Okay? Because they had tried to come into Kenya, then they
Yes.
say the markets are
Yes.
not favorable.
But that was during the, I think it's the finance bill, right? Also talking about the fact that we understand there's no new news reported. Everything that they do with every regime to see if they're maybe awake and get their reaction. And
So-
they actually reacted to it.
So there's actually a report, and there was even a news piece done on this. The World Bank had told the Kenya for some sort of
Yeah.
reaction.
Yes.
Okay, there was already that because all those austerity measures that were being put on us were not coming from the government itself. It was the World Bank telling them for us to give you any more money, certain individuals and institutions and they hire the best people for this exact thing,
That is
right?
very true.
They will create a plan, then they
They're gonna give you more loans
yeah.
until
Until
you're
you-
willing to oppress people for you to do your crap.
Yes.
Yeah. And when they will hire psychologists that will do case
That
studies,
happens.
Bring
okay,
back weapons.
so that they can tell human reactions. That's why
Yes.
you
Again, because understanding just deep the status of the IMF and the World Bank,
yeah,
their benefits.
yeah. Because both
And it's
these
also what we were
institutions.
talking
Tired.
about, I'm sorry, with Joby, how
So for me to know how this vaccine works, I'll probably kill a few rats.
yes.
Okay, because the first one might not work, the second one might not work.
Now from the government, don't get too emotional about anything. Don't start pointing fingers
Yep.
on whoever the government or the media is trying to point fingers at.
Study.
Just go back. Just set aside yourself, or basically just go on this, solitude.
Rabbit hole.
And ask
No.
yourself what's really happening, because they'll make one person look like they are the problem, or this company is the problem, or this politician is the problem. But when you are so
Agendas are what run global affairs. Like, actually, the best way to win is to create an agenda. That's why in every company, is an like, now I'm saying, you're pissed then. Nalikule mbia. Wala ati alikuja karibia. Manzi ati aliba mitaka hapi. You get? But let me be. But you don't hear that bit. You get? So it's really, y'all are really pissed about this. So we sneak this in. Okay? So we it's bigger case, small wins for them. Big that are put in, we don't gain anything from having leaders that cannot think for the benefit of their own people. We don't gain anything when we have multinationals, Israeli companies, and whatever's operating with impunity in our countries. When we have billionaire medicine, okay, when you cannot even tell where our oil is anymore. Like, mnajua tuko na oil people, na wameongeza shilingi 8 kama people that have done chemical engineering in Kenya. They can do this. They know how to do this. Set up a company. Hata kama ni ya serikali, ya parastatal. Let's do it ourselves, the way the Arabs did with Aramco. That's how they control the price of fuel. Because the company is state-owned. That's how Gaddafi also made Libya debt-free. And you're looking at companies like BP and all that. They've done atrocities all over the globe. Okay? No.
Where?
From the well. Wait, then, umesikia wapi tuna refine oil? Exactly. Where is the oil refinery? We should be seeing flames burning somewhere at least.
So true.
Kama mwenye alikuwa asema ati hiyo chain yake sijui ni 5.4 million.
What's your take on that?
Which one? 5.4 million. God damn, come on. Wait, you don't need, money doesn't need to tell you that this is money.
That's a fact.
Okay? Hakuna, hiyo ni attempt at fame. Okay? That is an attempt at like what? Pesa. You can see money. Money.
I heard that you can.
You can see money. Like, okay? Like this. No. Like, if money washes ghetto out of you real quick.
You cannot
ask Ata Vibes Cartel. Money will wash that ghetto out of you real fast. And by that I mean because of the people you start interacting with. It's true, by that was the most, it was the lavishest, most gangster ghetto wedding ever. Okay? It was lavish but ghetto.
Unique.
So where did the lavish come from?
The mama.
Yeah, this thing, her, she's so classy.
We had no atukataa.
I see you, of course, but
Yeah. Ni sawa, wewe tuambie hata hii ni ka 60k.
so unaona nani anaongea? Unaona mwenye pesa akiongea?
Bwana, and this is what I was saying. This boy is always like this, pale.
Mwenye pesa aongei.
It's always something new. But we should do a skit about Suluhu. Somebody, please.
We've done already.
No, yeah, afungiwe hata yoko box.
Watasema.
Man. But yeah, we need to understand that there are bigger factors at play.
Yeah.
Bigger so, and to reiterate what that guy in Kenyan government said, mi hata mi nakubali. Let us deport hata Watanzania wote na biashara zao.
But you know that is not the solution.
I know,
That's
but
what they
sometimes the baddest.
Unadhani like Suluhu before make your decision ako anajua tu atasema hivyo.
she knew.
She knew.
Pre-planned news as we talked
Exactly.
about.
Now, can I tell you?
So this is the reaction they want, like to say, ban every Tanzanian. Now I say, oh, ban Ugandans too, ban.
Tukishafika huko, maybe sasa tutaanza kufikiria kuweka NTV. National Television Vision.
It does time for that. Does it? In it.
Okay.
And
So,
it's
if in your country,
wrong.
you make sure more people are poor, more businesses get out, and the people that were making money wanarudishwa huko kwenye hakuna makazi will be in power for long, eh?
But you know the problem is Tanzanians are actually in agreement. The locals.
Yeah, they,
As in,
you see
Sasa
what they're fighting.
yeah,
Look
like
at that.
unajua, and then Tanzanians
sasa
are so
tutoe hadi M-Pesa huko.
back-minded.
Tutoe M-Pesa huko.
Hawana wako na inaitwa aje? Joby, there's a name they call the M-Pesa. Wakala.
See a Safaricom just license this to a certain company, okay? Because you know there is M-Pesa as well in Uganda,
Yeah,
and
like,
it makes
you can
sense.
actually withdraw money from there if you have a Safaricom line.
So I'm telling you, because you cannot even withdraw Safaricom money kwa Airtel. But what is it called? M-Pesa. It is not Safaricom. Differentiate the two.
Because big businesses zimechukuliwa na government ama zimechukuliwa na watu like foreigners, unajua, which becomes a huge problem. Sasa wewe kazi yako ni kufanya acha nitafutia leo na unabaki hapo for ukiangalia 10 years imeshapita. 20 by the time you check out yourself you're like, oh my god, they were scamming us. I wish we would have just said this and this.
You know, for people that just think big business, this is a very good thing. Just consolidate now. If I was the Kenyans in TZ, we'd come together, create a bank. We'll sell all those biasharas, then go into bigger business. Si mmetuambia tusipige hizi ndogo. Go create circles, wapatie loans. Now you own their small businesses too. Okay, when they don't pay up the loans in time, you close the businesses and you sell the assets, because you're going to get free, not business, to provide big employment. Go tengeneza cement in Tanzania, you will make money. Trust me. Because consolidate.
Like
where you have to go there to gamble. Okay, you can gamble small to big, but let's reduce mobile everything. Everything. Because most people don't even understand what they're doing with the betting here. Pardon my Brigitte. They don't know. Okay? They're just throwing 100 bob here, 100 bob there, losing money. And that's why you see, sasa wanashinda wakieta, nikaendea kado fulani kwa Shylock. Alafu wakanijenga manzi ka 10k. Kasema hii ka 10k. Na ikile abieta thao mara 10 itakuwa hata nimetoka na thao 30. And then nimrudishie hiyo 10k yake nichukue senkeni, yeah. Manzi unajua Avieta walikula hiyo pesa yote buda. Mimi hata sijui ni aje. Enyewe inchi. Cheza karata safi.
Unajua like betting companies also like pesa yako ndio na bet nani. Hawana pesa.
The house always wins.
Hawana pesa. Like the pesa, there's somebody that is gonna lose. So the person that has lost, there's somebody who has gained. But at the end of the day, the house has gotten some money.
No, a lot of money.
A lot of money from your betting money.
Yeah.
They just created for you a plan in India wengine. So at the end of the day, it's just.
So let me tell you something about gambling. When you're gambling, vizuri is and about 10,000 of us bet that Kenya will beat Gambia or the Gambia or DRC or whoever we are playing in that opening game, right? And only 20 of us win. So about wase kama so ndio wanalipa us 20. Okay, then after that we have a pot now. They might have looked at it as hate, but at the time, this country didn't really have regulations around betting. Okay, because the betting we knew was charity sweepstakes. And this is nature. Kutumia mbao, you can stand a chance to win 20,000 Kenyan shillings today. The number for that is betting.
And of course.
Sound.
So he tells me the sound. So I call. Natumiwa do na hivyo ndo dem alienda.
Oh yeah.
Sasa ilikuwa nafaa kwa anachukua 30%. Anampa yake 70. Because sini 30,000 and nimepata tu bure. All you have to do is call and it's like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Ndio akachukua do akachange.
Tunapotana tena tutagoteana. Ulikuwa unataka kutoka nikakutoka. Sasa mbona unakaa buda? Iza man, iza. Shout out to you for kuni put on. At least I niko na kasenke. Nilieka down payment. I hope it made sense. ADHD, I've forgotten whatever I was saying. It was going to make sense. But I wasn't sure it was going to make sense. But yeah, what are your closing remarks in regards to the conversations?
But focusing on what Samia Suluhu is doing, because of course you're gonna see other African leaders reacting to this as usual.
Of course.
Museveni bet sure is gonna talk crazy. Like bet sure would not be where we are right now. This is not even a conversation we'll be having. We understand the benefits we bear amongst each other, because it's so much that the white people are actually like benefiting from. So I don't know when the awakening is going to happen. It's there, but sometimes I look at the pain you're finally coming out from. So
yeah,
I don't know when the things are gonna change, but we're here to witness it. That's all I can say. Yeah.
I'm praying for my Tanzanian brothers and sisters. Watoke slumberlands. We've been sleeping a lot. The dog is asleep. Mwizi ataingia kwako. I get literally. So at the end of the day, there's power in unity. There is power in intertrade. That's what made us Africans. Back then we used to do it. Uko na cassava, uko na beans, uko sawa, uko na ngombe. Yes,
just not
but not cash.
Currency was different.
Yeah, the currency wasn't money. That's what I mean. unajua. So at the end of the day, there is power in unity, there is power in inter-trading. Walikuwa wanaitwaje si long distance traders, I don't remember the name. There's power in that.
The world as Africans, and that's where they've always tried to dissect it. Looking at it from other races' perspective, that's all they actually works for them. Unity. And that's what we don't have as Africans, because they figure
In primary school.
really.
That is where African unity is.
Unity is a people.
So hata tupendani sisi kwa
The
sisi.
motherland, so yes.
Yeah. Ndio maana mama wapendani. But listen, for me the pin dropped when this woman replaced a man that they murdered. And she went ahead and reversed all of his policies. Tanzania, with the xenophobia that we're witnessing below them, with South Africans, you see the same broke mindset. The man out in majirani. You don't need to, you should cut relations. Actually now, when your arm is dying, you amputate. So, because Mwendele vizuri. And there's the East African community. We understand how this is not actually for the betterment of the community. When we are in conversations to get a singular currency, we've actually signed. So check on that and check your government, okay? Kitaka maandamano atumia Boniface akuja organize, lakini this time simfanye vibaya.